The psychology of comparison, why we measure ourselves against others and how to stop. We scroll through social media, watch others rise in their careers, and see picture-perfect lives unfold online. Instinctively, something inside us stirs. Am I doing enough? Why does their life seem better? What am I doing wrong? These thoughts are not random, they are the result of something deeply rooted in human psychology, the urge to compare. In this article, we'll uncover the psychology of comparison, explore why it's so addictive, examine how it damages our mental well-being, and finally share practical, science-backed strategies to stop the cycle for good. If you've ever felt drained by comparing your life to someone else's, this article is your roadmap to freedom and self-worth. Why do we compare ourselves to others? Comparison is not a flaw. In fact, it's a survival mechanism built into the human brain. Early humans needed to constantly evaluate their status and performance relative to others in their group. If you were weaker, slower, or less skilled, your life and your lineage might be at risk. Today, we are not in a prehistoric tribe, but our brains still function like we are. We compare ourselves to coworkers, friends, influencers, and even strangers because our subconscious is trying to assess where we stand. This is called social comparison theory, first coined by psychologist Leon Festinger in 1954. He argued that people determine their own worth based on how they stack up against others. There are two types of comparison. Upward comparison, comparing yourself to those you perceive as better off. Downward comparison, comparing yourself to those worse off to feel better about your situation. The trouble begins when upward comparison becomes your default, and that's more common than ever in the digital age. How social media fuels toxic comparison. Before social media, comparison was limited to your school, office, or neighborhood. Now, you can compare your life to a millionaire in Monaco with one swipe. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok act as highlight reels, not reality. You see someone's curated vacation, filtered face, and polished achievements, but not their bills, breakdowns, or behind-the-scenes mess. Your brain, however, doesn't differentiate between online and offline reality. It reacts emotionally to what it sees. A glamorous photo can trigger a hormonal response in your brain, releasing cortisol, the stress hormone, and lowering dopamine, the pleasure hormone. This cocktail leaves you feeling anxious, inferior, and defeated, all from a single post. The cost of constant comparison. Comparison isn't just unpleasant, it's dangerous to your mental health. Studies show that chronic comparison is linked to lower self-esteem, increased anxiety and depression, imposter syndrome, burnout and decision fatigue, jealousy and resentment in relationships. Moreover, when you constantly evaluate your worth through someone else's lens, you lose touch with your own values and goals. You start chasing what looks good, not what feels good. Why we keep doing it anyway? Even though comparison makes us feel bad, we continue to do it. Why? Because the brain loves patterns. Every time you compare and feel emotional, even negatively, it strengthens neural pathways. Your brain becomes addicted to checking where you stand. Additionally, modern society conditions us to believe that achievement equals value. We compare followers, salaries, waistlines, and lifestyles because we've internalized the idea that more means better. How to stop comparing and start living. Escaping the comparison trap doesn't mean pretending others don't exist. It means reclaiming your focus. Here's how. 1. Audit your inputs. Your environment shapes your mind. Unfollow or mute social media accounts that trigger negative comparison. Replace them with inspiring or neutral content that aligns with your goals and well-being. 2. Practice gratitude daily. Studies show that gratitude increases happiness and reduces comparison. Take 2 minutes a day to write down 3 things you're genuinely thankful for. Over time, this rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than lack. 3. Celebrate small wins. Comparison thrives on the illusion of big success. Shift your focus to progress, not perfection. Did you drink more water today? Finish a workout? Handle a tough call with grace? Those are victories worth honoring. 4. Turn comparison into inspiration. If someone has something you admire, ask yourself, what about this resonates with me? What can I learn or do differently? Let their success fuel your creativity rather than your insecurity. 5. Limit time on social media. The more time you spend online, the more likely you are to compare. Try a digital detox or set screen limits. Apps like Freedom or Moment can help you reclaim your attention. 6. Talk to yourself like a friend. Your inner dialogue matters. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, don't say it to yourself. Replace self-criticism with curiosity and compassion. Instead of, I'm not good enough, try, I'm learning and growing. 7. Reconnect with your values. What do you truly care about? What matters to you beyond society's scoreboard? When you live in alignment with your values, whether it's creativity, kindness, or adventure, you become less swayed by how others are living. Real success has no standard template. Someone else's timeline is not your deadline. The job title, body type, or lifestyle they have might not even bring you joy if you had it. True success is deeply personal. It's not about beating others, it's about becoming who you're meant to be. Final thoughts. Comparison is a natural impulse, but it does not have to control your life. By becoming aware of why we compare, how it affects us, and how to interrupt the cycle, you give yourself the power to live more intentionally, joyfully, and authentically. You don't need to win someone else's race. You just need to run your own.